And as the older I got, the less severity the headaches were and more the neurological symptoms, the numbing, the traveling numbness, the not being able to put words together and things like that. So, and in our family, I guess you and Brooke have been tested positive. Christy and Brad have both been tested negative. And so those are just me and my other brother. And Eric, is Eric want to get tested or not?
He goes back and forth.
Yeah, so who knows, we might end up with a straight 50-50 or maybe not. So.
My one little sister, I have two little sisters. Our youngest sister did test negative, but it's very interesting because she has the exact same kind of seizures that I do. And she was with me at the symposium last year, and after listening, to many of the doctors speak, she thinks that she may have gotten false negative.
Is that a possibility?
It's like better than 99% accurate through Athena, but there's that little chance.
The doctor said the notch is free if it fell in between the notches or something that it could give a false reading. If it fell on the notches itself, then you would get a positive reading. At least that's what Dr. Tissimiki had told us.
My father passed away at 64, and
He was pretty healthy up until about 60, maybe 61 when he had his first stroke, but then he went down kind of really fast. Real fast.
Although my mom has said to us many times that we never knew my dad like she did. I think he had some personality changes.
Yeah, probably about 8 years prior to his death, my mom, we kind of had a family meeting without him because my mom wanted to get him in to see a counselor just because she saw such dramatic, personality changes, emotional changes and things like that. And my dad, he was always very interested in his business that he had built, and he always wanted his boys to take over the business. But then once he started to go downhill, he just lost interest in the business, and he just lost interest in that whole thing. And I mean, that was his life's work, and he just kind of all of a sudden, just a switch flipped, and he was just kind of done with it. So, just interesting.
And he had some kind of impulsive behaviors too. He would do things like, one morning he got up and decided he wanted to take the boat down to Lake Powell.
About a 400-mile drive.
Yeah.
In the middle of winter.
Yeah.
Drove it down, threw it on the lake, put it around the lake for about a half hour, threw it back on the trailer, drove all the way back. 800 miles round trip just to go on the lake where it was cold for a half hour.
So he would do those types of things every so often. What is that?
He didn't decide to do it.
No.
He was always so happy when he was doing these things.
Yeah.
He came back and he was all proud. You wouldn't believe there was nobody out on the lake. It's like, probably 30 degrees out there.
Thank you, everyone, for sharing. Thank you. Joe?
Yeah, just taking notes, actually.
Okay.
I had to.
This is a specialist.
Is that it? No one else is speaking? That's it?
Anyone else need to?
Oh, this is my wife. Sorry.
I'm the wife. Todd's my husband. This is my lovely sister-in-law. Of course, I'm here to support you when I can. We have a daughter, so of course I have huge interest in this as well.
Anyone else?
Do you have an introduction today?
Oh, this is my husband, Glenn.
I was bad at being late.
Yes. We'll not talk to him. He's bad. Back there, my videographer is my best friend for 30-some years.
Okay, that's not cool. 37 years.
37 years. Teresa. and her boyfriend Blair.
Thanks for doing
Thanks,
that.
thank you. Yes.
You're welcome.
Do you want this? You need it? Oh. All right, I'll let Joe take over, and he said it was okay to call him Joe.
Yes.
Joe, how do you pronounce your entire name?
Oh my God. Okay, my name is, I'm originally from Colombia, but my mom lived here in the US for a very long time. So I ended up getting my dad's name translated into English. My dad's name is Jose, and you'll see a picture of him later. And so my name is Joseph. And that was a pain to have as a name in Colombia, but it came in very handy when I came to the US. And then I also, so my middle name is Fitzgerald. That was
Scottish.
no way to pronounce it there. The last name, Arboleda Velasquez, which is Joseph Fitzgerald Arboleda Velasquez. If that's the way I would say it there. Here, yeah, here when I came here, it's just Joe. And yeah, please call me that way. I'm very happy to be here. Thanks a lot for sharing your stories. I am actually very impressed by how brave you are, for everything you have done, but also for coming here. It's not easy to own a diagnosis like this and to just be able to talk about it. This is a great opportunity for me. I've seen actually hundreds of patients with CADASIL. I've never seen a CADASIL patient here in the US. So all my patients are in Colombia. And this is the first time I decided to participate in this type of activities and also get involved in some type of advocacy apart from research. But you will understand better as the story goes along. So let me just see if I can put this in my presentation, just to give you an idea of. Okay. That was not unexpected. What happened?
It was great for a second.
It was good for a second. Up until
Open
like.
the box next to the
Okay, we see most of it. In any case, thanks a lot for inviting me here. I'm very happy, and I think we will both learn a lot. That's what I'm hoping for.
There you go.
That's awesome. Thanks, Carl.
We're glad you're here, buddy.
So what to expect? What we're gonna be doing today? We have like 3-4 hours. Hopefully, I won't bore you to death, and I have some activities that will help us to make this more interactive. Please interrupt me at any time. Obviously, I have an accent, so if there is something that you don't understand, just ask me. I don't mind. I've been here now for 11 years. It's not an issue. Just tell me, I'll repeat it, or we'll try to make ourselves understand. The thing is that I learned English from my mom, and she had an accent. So that's never gonna go away because I learned it there. It doesn't matter. I can be here 30 years, still gonna be with me. So I'm gonna share a little bit about my history with CADASIL. Then we're gonna talk about the CADASIL enigmas. What else is there to be learned? What's new? How we researchers and physicians have learned more about it, and what else is there for us to discover. Then I'm going to tell you about my own research and the promise for a CADASIL cure. Okay? So in terms of the schedule, we are actually doing really well. We had said that we were going to do introductions 9 to 10. What time is it? It's great. This doesn't happen in this type of meeting, but we are doing great. So now from 10 to 11, that's my presentation. Then 11 to 11:30, we're going to have a coffee break. We can make it shorter too if it seems like we are gaining some power here. And then from 11:30 to 1, actually, not 1:30, I'll make another presentation. So